we have right here is one of the most common and painful trauma bonds. It's the anxious versus the avoidant attachment styles. Now, there are different attachment styles and there are different trauma bonds like a narcissist pleaser, but for the sake of this video, we will focus on this dynamic. And so what we have here are two people who have trauma and insecure attachment styles that perfectly match each other's insecurities, and it creates the perfect storm, and they will fight to the end of time to try to get their needs met. And the funny thing about this is that this person, the anxious attachment style, their need for closeness and intimacy perfectly triggers the avoidance attachment style and their need for independence and freedom. And the more that this person needs freedom and space and independence, the more that will trigger this person's trauma response, anxious trauma response, to get closer. And the more that this person needs closeness, the more it will trigger this person's need for freedom and independence. So it literally ping-pongs back and forth. It is a very sticky and challenging relationship. And common thought patterns with someone that is anxious is, don't leave me. This is my only chance at love. Who here can relate to that? And this person's common thought pattern is, I feel trapped. I can find better. They're looking for an easy way to escape, running. And this person looks for control, closeness. And I know this one very well because my wife has an anxious attachment style. And I myself have an avoidant attachment style. Someone with an anxious attachment style has a deep fear of abandonment. They also need constant communication, which kind of feeds into their fear of abandonment. So like if this person doesn't get a text back in like 10 minutes, every extra minute that passes, their anxiety will continue to go up. And as such, they hate being alone and they can be extremely jealous because they have a fear of abandonment. They're very sensitive and fearful of being replaced, which again, it comes back to this. Also, they are very hypervigilant. They're extremely good at reading people's body language and facial expressions because, again, they are on high alert and fearful of abandonment. And so they will be very much hypervigilant of the avoidant attachment style when they're pulling away and try to control the situation to bring back the intimacy and closeness. And ultimately, this person has very low self-worth because they feel like they can be abandoned at any moment, they can be replaced at any moment. Moving over to here, the avoidant attachment style, they have a deep-rooted fear of being controlled and suffocated. They also have a very difficult time showing and expressing their emotions, very sensitive to criticism, withdrawals when overwhelmed, quick to find reasons to leave, and also has low self-worth. So they both have low self-worth because this person, while they want freedom and independence, they are still attracted to the person that's anxious, which is paradoxical. Why does this person have such an anxious attachment style? Well, it comes down to childhood for both of them. They grew up with very unstable and unavailable parents, especially the mom. Parents were neglectful and abusive. And this avoidant attachment grew up with parents where they were forced to put the parents' needs above their own. Because of how painful that was, they now seek freedom and independence because one or both parents were controlling and critical, and they were also shamed for showing emotion. If you look at how their childhood developed, you can see how it creates this anxious attachment style or this avoidant attachment style. Why the hell is this person and this person super attracted to each other? They are attracted to what is familiar, as well as trying to subconsciously heal childhood wounds, essentially playing out unresolved childhood trauma on both sides. All humans on the face of the planet are attracted to what is familiar. And we learn what is familiar. In essence, we learn what love and relationship is first from our parents in childhood. And on a subconscious level, we also try to resolve childhood wounds, whether we know it or not, through our future relationships. Make sure to follow me on more videos on understanding relationship attachment styles, and most importantly, how to begin healing this.